Hello, everyone. Happy New Year's. I can't believe it's year 2022. Can you believe it? On today's episode 13 of BPerryFilms Podcast, I will be helping everyone plan out their year more effectively. Question: Are you tired of making the same? Are you tired of making up New Year's resolutions and not being able to commit to it all the way? In this video, I will give you some of my tips and tricks to help you stay accountable towards reaching your goal. Let's start out by saying a lot of New Year's resolutions that people start out with is I'm gonna become a millionaire, and this year I'm gonna go to the gym and lose 100 pounds or something that's very extreme. But in this video, I will give you some of my tips and tricks to help you reach those goals that you have. They may not be as major in the beginning, but you're gonna get long-term results. So I'm gonna take you through my Notion and show you how I brainstorm my year. So I'm gonna share my screen. Okay, so this is my Notion. I got inspired to journal things by working with Christina from a previous podcast episode and being able to write down some of my ideas out. So right before you even get to the vision board, I recommend for people to really sit down, take the moment, reflect on things, and write some bullet points. So last year, my word was start. And it may not be something major to you, but it was major to me. Starting a business, starting a YouTube channel, making an Instagram page, that was a lot of work. And starting was the biggest milestone that I have made in my career. And I know a lot of people get nervous. So let me just write down some bullets of what the word actually means in my definition. So when I started, what did I accomplish last year? I wrote out my business plan just to get an idea of what I wanted to do with my business and give me a clear direction as to like how I was going to execute things. I registered my business. Launched. And what was a big milestone for me was starting the YouTube channel. I know for me, I was so nervous about this. I was like, I don't know how this video is going to go. As everyone knows, the first video I posted up was 1921 documentary trailer. And I didn't know how it's going to perform. I thought I was just going to get 20 views. But I said to myself, I'm going to wait 24 hours. And well, I actually posted the video scheduled, posted it 2 days ago when I launched. And then I decided I'm not going to look at the views or the YouTube channel until 24 hours later to see how it would perform. And guess what? I ended up getting 70 views, which is very impressive for a new channel. And like I said, I didn't know how it was going to go. I didn't know how people were going to react to it. And it was truly like a journey for me personally. What else did I accomplish? I started the podcast. As you know, that there is 13 episodes now. And wow, all I can say is I'm really impressed seeing the progress that I have made. I know the first couple of videos I was a little bit nervous. I didn't have enough lighting. I didn't have the confidence that I have now. You just go through the process of just developing and just showing people that you're staying committed to your craft, because the only way you're going to get more viewers and more subscribers on YouTube or on any social media platform, whether it's Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitch, or anything else, you have to show some consistency. So I know for me personally, I posted every other week, something that I could commit to. I didn't want to burn out by producing too much work at once, especially when I'm first starting. I feel like a lot of content creators exhaust themselves and they don't put themselves first. So yeah, some areas that I could improve is maybe marketing, getting in front of the camera a little bit more often. And being able to tell my narrative story, and hopefully I can inspire other people to start their channels. And like I said, every episode I'm evaluating myself. So staying up to date with milestones. And what does that look like? I can break it down like this. We're gonna make some tabs. So for me personally, I do monthly goals for my social media, my Instagram and YouTube channel, quarterly goals. And of course I have a planner to help me keep organized throughout the week, and I have weekly goals as well. But when you plan things further out, it gives you some type of idea of this is where I need to be, and this is where I am currently right now. And these are the steps that I need to get to this point where I feel like I'm working at my fullest. You want to work smarter and not harder. So definitely working smarter, not harder. I should write that down. I'm very hard on myself. I'm my biggest critic, and a lot of people know that. I do not define myself as a perfectionist, but I feel like everybody has room to improve. If you are considering yourself a perfectionist, there's a negative relation to that. Usually perfectionists waste time, and I don't believe in wasting time. Every second, every minute makes a difference. If you're not executing like you should be, no one's going to watch. No one's going to subscribe. No one's going to follow you. But if you take your time and putting yourself first and showing that you are really committed to your craft, a lot of people will be like, we really like this person because they're showing their authentic side. Another thing that I need to improve on is taking breaks. I am a workaholic. And it's not always healthy. This can help you avoid burnout. And as you know, COVID is still going on. So planning for that, what's happening right now, like I mentioned, COVID-19 or COVID 2022 is coming out rapidly. I know a lot of people who started out working in retail stores end up shutting down for good because they didn't have access to resources like hybrid model companies or remote companies had. If you don't have an online following, it's hard to branch off and make any avenues for yourself. Right now, also, I have a Kickstarter campaign going on. So I'm gonna break it down to the different tiers that I'm offering. Okay. All right. So currently, right now, I have a Kickstarter campaign going on. It ends on January 6th, and I want people to really contribute and donate to my business so I can keep producing a lot of content for you guys. Right now, I have 3 different tiers that are going on. I know some of the slots are full, but if you want to be featured on the podcast, definitely put down the amount that it is for tier 3 and tier 2. Okay, so tier 1, you get early access to YouTube videos. Tier 2, you get early access to videos and access to webinars and presentations. I'm doing a presentation at WeWork at 501 Boston Street in Boston, Mass on January 5th. And I would love for you guys to show up there if you're able to. But if you're not able to, if you sign up for tier 2, you have access to it. I'm going to send a mass email out to people who are on tier 2 and 3 to see the video of the presentation that I do at the location and other venues that I will be performing at. Tier 3, you can be featured on the podcast. This is the opportunity for to market yourself, your brand, your product, something that will help market you as a business professional, the performing artist, or the content creator, to help educate people who view these videos. Some topics include mental wellness, finance, marketing, much more. It just keeps going and going. And I'm very impressed with the cast that I had so far. Like my last video, we talked about real estate. And it was neat because eventually I might want to buy a condo for myself in the future. And there might be a lot of people who want to buy their own houses or even sell a house or rent out houses. And this is a great opportunity for that. As I had mentioned before, fundraiser is for my web series 2022 coming out then. And hopefully we're able to meet our goal, $2,000, if not more. So I can start working with these professionals and these different industries. All right. Now, this is time where you reflect on yourself. And you said, I know I initially said start. And I did. This is the time where I'm reflecting on my progress and what I was able to achieve over these past 6 months. So going into my third quarter and going into this next year, my word is manage. And you might wonder, what does manage mean? Manage means managing my time, managing my effort, managing the business, managing my personal life, and figuring out what works for me, what doesn't work for me, what works for you guys. And it's important for you guys to like, share, comment on some of these videos so I can improve or hopefully get some topics that you guys may be interested in that I haven't talked about yet on the podcast, you know? Goals for my personal life. That is good. So some things that I want to implement into my personal life is rest, getting 8 hours of sleep, managing my time better, staying accountable, I know for me personally, I tried doing the accountability partner thing. Things didn't work out. I guess some people aren't really committed to helping out other people. And you got to be okay with that. Some people have their own journey, their own path. But as long as you stay accountable for yourself, that's what's important. Making sure that you take these moments to reflect. And yeah, action steps. Action steps to help me stay accountable to these goals. I think for me, knowing my limits. Can't do everything. Sometimes you need a team for that, but teams require money. So we'll think about that in the future. But like I said, managing what I can handle, scaling the business, looking out for resources, reading more books. A lot of people, they are just quick to watching videos, but sometimes you can't find everything online. Sometimes we have to go to the old days where we used to go to libraries, go to Barnes and Noble, go to Amazon or any other resources. Some people don't like to read, so there's Audible and other database websites that you can get audiobooks. And as you can tell with the podcast and with my business, I do a lot of research. I give my guests an assignment. They're working with the script for maybe 3 to 4 days, and then we come on a podcast and we just execute it, and we try to make it effortless and make sure that we have that personal connection with the audience. Goals for the business: raise 2K. For fundraiser. This shows me not only that I have strong marketing skills, this shows that my audience wants to see me grow and also give opportunities for these different businesses, different brands, services, and products an opportunity to reach out to a wider range of audience. Like there are millions of people on YouTube and maybe thousands of new YouTubers, TikTokers, Instagram influencers, creators all over the world trying to make a hustle for themselves and getting opportunities to showcase their craft. And hopefully with the fundraiser, I will be able to do the web series People Made Stories. I will let you know on Instagram once we start pushing everything forward. So if you're not subscribed to my Instagram, it's BPerryFilms, just like my YouTube channel. And hopefully with the series, I get to work with these different professionals, these different companies, these different, just all types of creators of some sort, share their narrative story through film and kind of get like a day in a life in their shoes. Like if we're doing clothing, maybe showing them selling a product or educating someone about the different materials and what fits their waist, or maybe a video on someone running a restaurant, talking about the process of making food, whether it's a Southern meal, Chinese food, learning about the culture, the time and effort that people put in to make these ingredients taste good in your body, and hopefully you enjoy it. Having that one-on-one connection. Let's see. One more goal that I have is building a bigger audience. This requires you guys' support. If you like a video that I have produced on this channel, share it out with your friends and family. Let them know that this is a great channel. I work very hard producing these videos. I edit through these videos for hours and planning out each segment to make sure that you guys feel connected in some sort. And as you know, watching these videos, it feels like you're part of the room. You don't always have to watch the video. You can listen to the video because it's the podcast. So, yeah. Action steps. Using a planner. This can be used digitally. Like for me, personally, I have a whiteboard, a planner, a digital planner. On the whiteboard, I usually write maybe 10 to 15 things that I have to accomplish this week. The planner helps me delegate the tasks, like whether it's posting a video, there's the planning, there's the outreach, there's the research, there's the executing, there's the editing, there's the uploading, the SEO, and much more. There's a lot of process. It's a long process making a video on YouTube. Like, it just amazes me how some people can do these every day, but I know some of them have editors so they can focus more on producing more content. But I feel for me, I want to have that personal connection with my audience, so I do everything myself. I don't think I'll ever outsource, but that's just my personal view. And a digital planner, so just in case your planner gets wet or you end up losing it, you can use a digital planner like Asana to post everything that you need online or on mobile. So you don't have to worry about losing anything. SMART goals. I'm gonna break it down for you. I'm gonna write them out first. All right, so breaking down each thing. So for every goal that you have, you need to make sure that I implement SMART. SMART is an acronym. It means specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, timely. So to go into detail, specific, making sure that you have a clear goal. So we're going to use example of maybe getting tone. So you need to figure out how much time is that going to take? What are your goals for each month, each week? Is there a certain routine that you have to switch it up? Is it attainable? Is losing 100 pounds realistic, or is 20 pounds more realistic? Usually it will be the smaller number, but the weight will just come right off. Relevant. If you're trying to get fit, of course you're going to go to the gym. And timely, you need to figure out how long you're going to commit to this, whether it's 30 minutes a day, an hour a day, going for a walk, run, lifting up weights, doing sit-ups, push-ups, all that. But for me personally, my specific goal is being consistent, producing content. So my specific goal is produce more videos. How does that look for me? Measurable. Posting in a consistent schedule. Attainable. I know my limit, so posting every other week is good for me right now. But eventually I might go to every week. I think I'm going to do the People Made Stories on the weeks that the podcast is not going. So there'll be 4 videos a month or 5, depending on how many weeks are in the month. But I will only post videos if there's a need for it. If you guys want more content, just let me know. How is this relevant? I'm a filmmaker and podcaster. And what's relevant to this is that if you watch my quarter 2 milestone Q&A, I talk about how I use my platform as being a performer since the age of 3, and how I got involved with filming, dance. And I thought, personally, if I'm going to do documentaries on people, I should document myself and the journey that I go through. So having that one-to-one experience with the guests and asking them very unique questions. As you know, each topic, different question, different experience, different person. But personally, if you want to grow and you want to educate yourself on things, just do the research. What makes things timely for me is researching, planning, execute, evaluate. Researching, that means using all your resources, books, listen to TED Talks, listen to other creators on YouTube, listening to podcasts, joining clubs on Clubhouse, learning about the different industries, because doing music videos is a lot different from doing documentaries. Documentaries is different from making action movies. Not saying that they can't intertwine with each other, but there's a different narrative that they go for and a different audience. Planning, making sure that I give people enough time to research any of the topics that we discuss. Because if there's no clear mission and no clear vision, then you guys are going to be lost and things will look unorganized and I'll get less views. Execute, definitely just be yourself and just grow. That's all I can say. You're never going to learn unless if you post and market yourself. And then the last part is evaluate, looking at your analytics. A lot of people are focused on getting the most views, but if your watch hours aren't good, then it doesn't make any sense. Just because someone has thousands of views doesn't mean that everybody is watching all the way. I know on YouTube, a view counts as 30 seconds or more, but on other platforms, it could be less. But the whole primary idea of producing a YouTube channel is to get people to view it all the way, or at least halfway. And in your dashboard, you get to see the geographic, you can see the view duration, the click-through rate, and much more. I know a lot of people are confused by all these different terms, but if you have a YouTube channel or Instagram, yeah, you get insights to help you navigate through. What does success look like for me? Just being myself. And making sure that I show empathy for everyone's situation. Some people might have more resources than others. So my mission of this business is to give other people a platform that I wish I had growing up, you know? I wish someone would come to me and say, do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? And if you don't try to get to know the person, understand their struggle, understand their success, and understanding their process of being who they are, and it's just a long going journey. I know for the video 1921, I asked my grandmother, what is the true meaning of life? And when you have someone that old tell you their narrative story, it has more of a connection than someone who was 10 because you're just starting out, you know? So, like I said, just build that one-to-one connection. And that is my notion. Okay. And then next, there's a video that I have on creating vision boards. So after you have outlined your ideas of how you want everything to look, you can create a vision board, whether it's through text. I like to bullet point because that's the type of person I am. Everyone asks me, do I have a script for these podcasts or videos? And to be honest, the only thing that is rehearsed is the intro. And sometimes I have a hard time with that. But that's just me being human and just practicing more and just being myself. Next, you create that vision board. It can have pictures, it can have words that express who you are. And there's no limit to how it can look. It could be clustered, it could be simple, it could be just one word, or it could be just one image because you identified like that. After you've done that, and I do have a video on vision boards, and definitely watch that. I'll write that in the link. You start putting everything into a planner. And as you can tell, I read a lot. My schedule is really booked going into January and February. And hopefully I get some more opportunities to do more presentations over the year. And I hope this video inspires everyone to start out the new year on a strong start and just be you. And hopefully all of you achieve your goals and meet your expectations. And it's okay if your goal has changed or you have to do some modifications. But as long as you're being authentic and you have put in the time and effort, that's all that matters. You don't need 100 goals. You just need maybe 2 or 3, and be comfortable revising it if you need to. So that's the end of this video. I just wanted to come in and just make it short. And all the videos that I have planned for January are New Year's resolution related. Whether you're trying to start a business, whether you're talking about mental health, whether you're trying to get your finances on track, I have videos for those, and I'll leave those in the description. Please try to contribute to the Kickstarter campaign so I can keep producing more content for you guys and start this web series. Like I had mentioned, it's going to end on January 6th at 11:59 Eastern time. So definitely contribute to that if you're able to. I also have some amazing perks like early access to webinars, and being featured on the podcast, which is a big opportunity for everyone. And like I said, just be you. Tackle this year stronger than ever. Take care. Get home safe. And see you guys in the next video. Definitely subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can follow me on Instagram and Clubhouse at BPerryFilms. And in the description box, please can you write down some of your goals that you have for this year and how you're going to implement them. Thank you. Have a good day.